SBC Media Partners presents Shikellamy Braves Football with Kevin Herr and the Chief Dave Ritchie. Shikellamy Braves
70 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel now as we go live. And you can find us by going to YouTube and clicking, or actually searching WKOK Sports. When you do that, make sure you hit subscribe as you start everything up. And then when we start up, you'll get a little message and a little red dot on your YouTube app on your phone, and then you can connect it right up to your TV. Or if you have a smart TV, you can just search it, and if you're subscribed, you'll see that we're live, and it'll come up on your YouTube home feed. Chief just did that last week, and he's all excited about it.
I can do that now. I'm streaming so much into my smart TV right now that I'm afraid I'm going to get some type of disease from all those signals on the
There's
Wi-Fi.
a lot of waves going through your head.
Exactly,
Is that
yeah.
Both teams have made their appearance out on the field with Shikellamy in their road white uniforms for the first time tonight. And Shamokin in the purple jerseys, white pants here tonight. And I believe we're going to pause for our national anthem here. The Shamokin Indian Marching Band with our national anthem here this evening as we get ready for kickoff, as I was mentioning. The Shikellamy Braves are in their road white uniforms for the first time tonight with the maroon numerals, actually blue numerals with maroon trim and the stripe down the white pants. Shamokin in their traditional home purple jerseys, white numerals, white pants, and white helmet. That's the way things will match up here tonight. The stands probably about 85% filled on the Shamokin side here tonight. A little bit thinner on the Shikellamy side, but that's because most of you have tuned in on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and here on WKOK to listen in. Right, Chief?
You are so popular, Kevin, that they don't want to drive 20 miles to watch the game live.
That's what it is.
It's like being live when you're watching it on YouTube. Except there's a 30-second delay, right?
There is, but you know what? When you're watching anything in HD, there's a delay already.
Well, I know I'd be outside of Beaver Stadium, and the play will have happened, and then next thing you know, you're watching it on television.
Well, now here's my suggestion for you: if you want to watch the game on your TV, and you want to listen to Steve and Jack on Eagle 107, what you do is you listen online to Eagle 107 or on your Alexa app or whatever you have available. You hit pause right at kickoff, and then when you hear Steve and Jack talk about the kickoff, you hit start on your DV or on your TV, and you'll be in sync. It's called Sync My Game.
I got it.
And now you're all set to be synced.
I got it.
So the 0-2 Shikellamy Braves taking on the 2-0 Shamokin Indians. And the Braves, they have declined, so they won the toss and have elected, and Shamokin will receive to get things started. Same officiating crew we had last week at Shikellamy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. It looked like it was the same bunch.
Yeah, I recognize both Mr. Gibbles and two Mr. Gibbles, and let's see, Mr. Williams out there as well. Those are the guys I recognize without looking too closely.
Montour County's best?
Yes. Matter of fact, coached some youth football with Mr. Williams over the decades. That was many moons ago when I actually almost looked like I when I thought I knew what I was doing.
Well, you did, Kevin.
Yeah.
You did.
Well, that's because I listened to you and Coach Hort all the time. I learned a lot over the years between two guys.
I learned a lot from Coach Hort.
Yeah, no question.
Man, oh days. And also a lot from Coach Don Maroney and
Coach Purnell,
Coach Lagerman.
And Coach Purnell, you know that Shikellamy royalty right there, and Coach Kaiser realizes it too. So he uses Coach Purnell as a resource quite a bit. You mentioned about him wanting to see Brody get on the edge a little bit, and Coach actually talked to me. Coach Kaiser talked to me about that exact thing, and he said Coach Purnell's right. We got to figure out a way to make that happen, and that's what they did last week.
Well, this team that's going to get started here, Kevin's going to have to stay in their lanes. I thought Lewisburg did a terrific job last week. Their kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes.
When you kick the ball into the end zone too, that helps. Here comes the squib kick, and they don't want to get anywhere near the deep section. That ball scoots free and goes out of bounds. Now that will not be a penalty on the Braves because a Shamokin player, one of the up men, did touch it before it went out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 31-yard line. Shamokin will take over 1st and 10. That's the ideal situation if you're Shikellamy. You're not kicking it back to Pencil and Steele back there deep. You actually kick the ball, one of the up men touches it, and you don't have to take the penalty then. Lewisburg took the penalty a couple of times last week.
They sure did.
Shamokin getting ready here with a wing to the far side of the field. They'll go out of the pistol. Actually, it's the shotgun sidecar right. Bobbled, handoff, up the middle. Not much running room at all. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, and that will be all that will be seen by Gink.
Yeah, Gink, basically, what do you call that? Pass run option, or I forget, POT, I forget what they call that. But the quarterback just stands there and RPO stands there and decides what he's going to do. And that time, a good job by Connor Fastbinder, who's on defense now at this corner spot, to push that thing inside.
And he did. So it'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Play fake, rolling out to the far side is Steele. Steele will swing it out. It is complete. Over to the far side, he finds Delbaugh. Delbaugh across the 50 and across the 45 in Shikellamy territory. They will spot him down. Actually, they'll spot him at the 50-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 18.
You know, Logan Steele is so fast. I mean, that was a sprint out of the quarterback spot and got out to the right side, and that pass was thrown spot on. Got between a couple of Shikellamy defenders.
First down of the ball game for the Shamokin Indians. They'll send one receiver, Price, to the far side, one to the near side, wing to the near side as well. Shotgun with a sidecar left. Play fake, back to pass, 3-step drop, Steele. Steele looking deep. He's got a man, good coverage. Still making the catch on the far side is Price. They say he stepped out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Outstanding coverage by Maddox Hoover, and the ball still got there.
Yeah, all he had to do was turn around. He didn't turn around, but when Price did catch the ball, he basically had a hold of the ball too, but Price pulled it out. And I think Kevin, he fell down too inside the 5, but you're right, they pushed it back a little bit. He must have been out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 6. It'll go down as a 44-yard pass play. Steele with a sidecar left, sends his wing in motion. They'll go off to the left side, and right up the middle is Logan Steele. He's tackled at about the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3. And a 2nd down.
Gadiel Valderrama with the tackle.
Hustling off the field for the Braves will be Wiesen.
Now this really makes me feel old because his dad, Josh Wiesen, played football for me, and now he's in 9th grade here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sidecar to the right is Gink. Shotgun again for Steele on this 2nd and goal at the 3. He'll roll out to the far side, fire it in there, and it is caught for the touchdown. Right into the hands of Delbaugh for his 2nd touchdown grab of the year. And with 10:14 to go here in the first quarter of play, it is Shamokin 6, Shikellamy nothing, as the Indians march it 69 yards on their opening drive.
basically flooded that part of the end zone. And
it was a short side,
yeah,
too.
and he had 2 receivers. Price was open, too, but evidently who caught the ball? I forget now.
It was Delball.
Delball, all right, was wide open also.
Extra point pending here by Pencil on the hold of Steele. Snaps good, sets down. The kick is up, high enough, long enough, and it is good. 10-14 to go here in the first quarter of play. It is Shamokin 7 and Shikellamy nothing. Shikellamy Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, sponsored in part by Zimmerman, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck.
Kevin, that pass play that they got all the big yardage on, that was basically ran the other night when I watched the Lake Lehman game, except they flew 3 people down both sides and down the middle. Number 8 was going down the middle. He was wide open up at Lake Lehman, but this time they picked him up. So, the Braves knew about that, and again, it was just an excellent pass, an excellent job by Price to catch the ball.
So now the Braves will have an opportunity for their first possession. Back deep for Shikellamy will be Thomas Pollock on the far side. Vaders on the near side. Boy, Vaders was 1 step away from breaking one last week. He hit the 30-yard line running straight up the hash marks and almost broke it free. Here comes the kick from Pencil. He's going to go to Pollock. Pollock will take it at the 5. He'll get to the 10, middle of the field to the 15, tries to get to the outside, gets to the outside, makes one man miss to the 20, and then runs out of real estate. And again, great job of staying at home that time for number 10, Andre Bell. Bell makes the tackle at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, Shikellamy. You talked about staying in your lane. That's an example of it right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that return was to the bench side because he came up the middle and then he came over towards us here in the press box. Except again, sometimes you just have to put your shoulder down and pick up a couple more yards. He tried to do his spin around, and by that time the pursuit had caught up with it.
Shikellamy, Chief Shikellamy going with the triple I. So that'll be 3 backs behind Brody. Raybuck under center at the 22-yard line. He'll hand it off the second back through, and a big hole there across the 25 for Vaders. And Vaders will get to the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but that hole was opened up quickly, but the linebackers did a nice job of sealing it.
Yeah, quickly. they got between these middle tackle and the right tackle, but again, good linebackers from Shamokin tonight. Very fast and very tough.
2nd down and 6 as the Braves move left to right as we view things from the visiting stands here at Kent Memorial Stadium. Lights have not taken effect yet, but the lights are on. Similar lights to what Shikellamy has in Danville and now Lewisburg and Christie and basically everybody now. It'll be under center with backs are split. In motion now is Vaders. They'll hand it off right side, and there is absolutely nothing there off the right side for Vaders.
He ran right into Sakeem Clinton this end on the left side, and he did a nice job. Clinton did a nice job of shedding the block, and then he just wrapped him up.
Our WKOK Sports YouTube broadcast crew tonight. Riley McDonald on the camera tonight, along with Ryan McDonald working as our technical director, bringing you the images on WKOK Sports YouTube channel. 3rd down and 6 after the no gain. Pistol formation, backs are split. Brody play fake, pressure's coming, gets a screen off to Vaders. Vaders got a blocker. Vaders got the 1st down. Vaders to the 40-yard line. Fumble the football. Shamokin's got it. They're going to bring it back the other way. And going in for a touchdown on the scoop and score from the far side, Ryan Bickard. Vaders had the 1st down and another 10 yards. The football popped out, and Bickard picks it up on the far side in the corner. The 5'9", 150 sophomore races it in. 34 yards out for the scoop and score.
Great play. Awesome play. I mean, he did a great job. Vader did a great job of picking up the yardage. What more can go wrong with Shikellamy? I mean,
you just can't. Even the good things turn out bad.
That was going to be a great run. A 20-yard run now turns into a 45-yard fumble return by number 5.
Here's the extra point. That one splits the uprights good. And with 8:24 remaining here in the first quarter, Shamokin with the defensive touchdown And the offensive drive of 69 yards leads it now 14-0 with 8:24 to go. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Sunbury Housing Authority and Midtown Bistro.
I like the fact that Shikellamy has basically been attacking. They haven't do anything, which I would say, to the sidelines yet. Everything's been right up the middle, and you know they've moved that big defensive line off the ball. But again, we talked about this on the phone today, that those three guys inside, those three big guys, they take up a lot of the blockers on the offensive line. And
sure do.
You know, the linebackers sometimes get a clear shot at the runner.
Coming up tomorrow on WKOK, the Bison head to VMI. We'll have coverage beginning at 1 o'clock. Doug Birdsong, Charlie Fisher. End-over-end kick. Thomas Pollock will take it at the 7, to the 10, to the hash marks of the 15, 20, to the numbers, 25, outside the edge of the 30, ripped down at the 34-yard line.
That's a good return, Kevin. That's about 30-yard return, maybe 25. And that time Thomas, saw the seam and he split it, and he didn't try to turn back inside all the pursuit and picked up a couple of extra yards.
Shikellamy with the 1st and 10 once again, but they have not set the chains or the ball yet officially. And now they do at the 32-yard line. So the Braves get it right about where the last drive kind of fell apart after the first down and then the fumble on the ensuing run of first down. Raybuck with back split behind him, sends one receiver to the far side. The wing to the near side is Pollock. Pollock will go to the backfield. They'll pitch it to Pollock. He loses the ball. He hops on it at the 21-yard line. They've been trying to get the ball in his hands a little bit more, but you're going to have to be able to do something when you get it there, and that's the big thing right there. He's a big playmaker, but he's got to be able to hang on to the ball.
Well, he's got to catch the ball first and then run.
Yep.
And, again, that's the second fumble on 2 series now. The offense has run for the Braves, and they put themselves in a real hole now. Looks like they're about 2nd and 20. It
is 2nd and 20 at the 22-yard line. Braves now -2 on the season in turnover ratio. 4 quicks now with a shotgun formation, sidecar left for Raybuck. Raybuck sends a man in motion and back to pass. Raybuck sends it on a wide receiver screen to Stahl. Stahl has it at the 25 and is ridden out of bounds and shoved late by Price out of bounds. But I think that was more of a celebration than a shove. It looked a little bit different from this angle, and the official was right on top of it.
They tried to get a block out there on one of the defenders, one of the defensive backs, but came off the block and made the tackle.
Gain of 2 on the play. 7:21 to go here in the first quarter of play. Shikellamy trailing at 14-0. It'll be 3rd down, and they'll call it 17 now. They'll give him 5, actually, not 2. They'll send Vaders in motion to the far side. Tight wing formation. Raybuck back to pass. Flags fly. That pass is tipped and knocked out of the sky by Zakeem Clinton. But I think maybe somebody may have moved.
I saw what happened, Kevin.
Okay.
The flanker on this side just moved his shoulders, and then the other guy went through the formation. So
I wasn't sure if they turned up too early or not.
No, it wasn't that. It was that there was another guy, 2 guys moving at the same time, and this isn't Canada.
It is definitely not the CFL. Although I did see some CFL the other day. And that will be declined. They'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for Raybuck. Back deep for Shamokin will be Pencil. Also Steele, and they will hide which way they're going to go. Now they break apart, and Pencil will come to the near side, Steele to the far side. And they're going to kick that from the far hash mark. By the way, I would like to say thank you to whoever picked the jerseys here in Shamokin. These numbers on the back sides are enormous. You don't see that anymore with big numbers so you can read them. I love that.
Plus, it's just a plain purple shirt jersey, and that makes it a lot nicer. There's nothing to make it confusing for us to read.
From his own 12, Raybuck gets the snap, boots it away, end over end. Taken on the move. They're going to hand it off now from Steele to Pencil. Pencil turns the corner at the 45 and is tackled with a flag on the play. Braves on the tackle was Turber Ortiz, yes.
Yep.
And I believe you're going to see a hold or a block in the back at the 42-yard line. That's where the flag sits right now. That would be the first mistake Shamokin's made the entire game so far, with 6:49 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought whoever, I think it was number 8 on the left side there, did a nice job of getting the back to turn inside, and I think that's who got either blocked from behind or held.
Yeah, it looks like a block. Actually, I think it's a holding penalty because they marched it off to the 32-yard line, so that's where Shamokin will take over. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Steele is the quarterback, the 5'10", 155 sophomore.
It's
2 touchdown passes on the season.
Yep, 6:49 to go in the quarter, and Shamokin's up 14-0, just like they did last week.
Wing turned in is Clinton. They're going to go run to the near side of Pencil. Pencil breaks a tackle, but he can't break the second one. He is snowed under. Nice job of pursuit there by Noah Johnson and Turber Ortiz.
Yeah, they did an excellent job of stringing it out, and then the pursuit from the inside. Noah Johnson's the real deal, and I think he's only a sophomore this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Noah Johnson is a 5'10", 190 sophomore. You are right on the money, as always.
But he's another one of the Braves that goes both ways on the offensive line and the linebacker position.
2nd down and 8. Steele with a sidecar to the left, 2 receivers to the far side, wing turned in to the near side. Claps, gets the play, fires it down the middle of the field. It is incomplete, caught by Pencil for a second, popped in the air and almost caught then by Hoover on the deflection, but he couldn't quite pick it up off the turf at the 40-yard line.
I think that was number 15 for the Braves, Corbin Stahl, in the middle there.
Stahl was in
He
the
did
middle.
a great job of going up for that ball. That was laid in there just right down the seam. And a lot of times that guy gets ignored by both people that went on either side of him. That time both of them were there. And you're right. Hoover almost got that when it bounced out.
It almost bounced into his hands. It just bounced up in the air just enough, and he couldn't get the arms underneath it. I'll tell you what, Steele had all day there.
I wonder if the officials would have seen that if he caught it.
3rd down and 9. Steele sends a man in motion, and that will be Price, and flags will fly, as I believe Shamokin will get a delay of game here.
Other teams make mistakes too, Kevin.
You know, Shikellamy did not really do badly. Only, was it 2 penalties last week?
Penalty-wise,
much improvement from the week before.
But tonight, the turnovers, the 2 fumbles, I mean, that basically has cost them a swing of 14 points.
That'll march you back to the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 13 from the 28 with basically 30 seconds have ticked off in this drive. Now switching around a little bit is Price. He'll come to the near side. Wing turned in and pointed toward the inside is Clinton. Back to pass is Steele. Steele rolls out, fires it, incomplete. Right there, though, was Hoover again, who tried to pick that one up off the turf for the interception.
Yeah.
It'll be 4th down and long.
Connor Vastbinder also came in from the outside, and you know, Connor, I did this a lot. You know, you got the quarterback rolling out towards you, you put your hands up and jump, and he just goes around you. And I'm glad to see somebody else has that problem.
But you know what? It's almost like now with a 14-0 lead, Shamokin's trying to throw the ball to establish a passing game that they have not been able to do all year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, they're just trying to work that. They know they're going to need to throw the ball against many of the teams they play.
Hockenbrock back to punt from his own 15-yard line. He'll get a line drive end-over-end kick. It hits at the 40, pops up into the air, and Shikellamy will stay away from it, or at least they should. And they're getting a little too close to it. Then finally, Thomas backs away, and Pencil will get down it at the 34.
He's over the ball. All that ball has to do is take a bad bounce and hit him, and it's Shamokin's ball.
One wobble the wrong way, and everything changes. But the Braves now with good field position starting at the 34-yard line with 5:40 to go. And a key drive here in this first quarter, Chief. They need to get something going right here, right now to get back in this one.
Down 14-0, you know, if they could answer here and score, you know, that changes the whole ball game.
Quick hello to the folks at the Midtown Bistro tonight. They're a proud sponsor of WKOK and Shikellamy Sports. They're watching us on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Raybuck under center, sends a man in motion. Backs are split. Raybuck hands it off. Vaders up the middle
That's
for
a good
gain
surge.
of 5.
Nice surge by the line, Kevin. You know, they are watching us at the Midtown Bistro.
Yes.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Always nice. Big shout out to Mike Berry. Or he's probably there. Mikey Moyer. Who knows? All right. And now the rest of the crew.
And they're one of those businesses across the Susquehanna Valley that we talk about here from time to time that make it possible for us to do these broadcasts for you on YouTube and on the radio and on our apps. So
plus, they have good food.
That's true. Say thank you to them. Here's the handoff. Vader to the near side, and this time he got tripped up quickly by Montgomery. That was Luke Keeley. Correction, Keeley to the right side.
Yeah, it's one of those plays they try to get a little bit of misdirection in the backfield, and that seems to be time for Shamokin's defense to react, especially the backers in the corners. And, you know, they've been more successful if they just went at him.
It was a little slow developing, yeah.
Yeah, that was
a good
slow.
point. That's a good point.
Well, we got 3rd and 7, 36-yard line of Shikellamy. Still 14-0. It didn't change since the last time I said that.
It has not. 4:30 to go on this 3rd down and 7 here in the first quarter. Man in motion to the far side of the field. Backs are split. Play fake. Brody rolls out slightly. Pressure's coming. Makes a man miss, and then he can't avoid the sack. I think he was already down when he threw that one.
Yeah, he was on his back. And now they're going to throw for intentional grounding, probably.
I thought he was down before he threw it, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure that could be intentional grounding if your knee's already down.
If the official calls it, they're not going to go. They're not going to go to instant replay, or they're not going to take a look at it.
They're not going to call it. They're not going to look at our YouTube replay. That's for sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't. They're going to call intentional grounding. I thought he was down by contact.
Why don't you believe me?
Oh, I didn't disagree with you. I didn't disagree that was the call. I just don't think it was. That's what I'm saying.
It's a 5-yard penalty and loss of down from the spot of the throw.
Yeah, it's really negates nothing. Yeah. The only thing is that you have to punt it from further back.
You didn't leave your car horn's not blowing, is it?
If it's this loud, my car horn is not that loud. Is it yours?
No, it's not mine.
Truckosaurus may be that loud.
Nope.
There's the line drive kick. Take it on the move. And
nice job.
Not much room there for Steele.
Stall with a tackle again.
Stall with a tackle of Steele. And that'll put the ball just short of the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line of Shamokin with 4:07 to go here in the first quarter, 14-0 in favor of Shamokin.
Last time the Braves defense held their first play, it was a run play, maybe no gain, maybe a yard at the most, and then Shamokin tried to throw the ball. They did a good job of defending it, and that put Shamokin in a punting situation. We need that again.
Shamokin on their 3rd series. It puts Steele in the shotgun. Back to pass. Pressure's coming, and he spins out of one tackle. Rolls out to the far side, gets to the corner, to the 50-yard line. In Shikellamy territory, spun down at the 46.
Yeah, Bryce Broomball had a hold of him, and he didn't wrap his arms, it looked like, and he slid down, and the quarterback just snuck out of there. And, you know, if you think about it, Logan Steese is pretty good size. He played all last year as a freshman. He's back as a sophomore. So it should have been probably a 10-yard loss at the most, turned into a 5-yard gain.
Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, sponsored in part by Steve Shannon Tire and Auto and Surplus Outlet. 2 receivers coming to the near side now on 2nd down and 6 from the 46. Direct snap, handoff, up the middle. Not much running room there for Clinton as he has to go to the outside and then draws a host of Braves. He'll lose a yard back to they'll spot him at the 47-yard line of Shikellamy. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
It looked like, of course, Turbo Ortiz was there along with Noah Johnson. And I don't know the back on that side. I didn't get his number. I think it was 20. Is 28 out there, Kev?
The running back?
No, it's the defensive back. Is that 28 over there?
Well, that could be Schwartz, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is Schwartz. He was also on the tackle. They only got a yard on that, Kevin.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress after all, bringing up 2nd and 6 at the 46. One man in motion, comes in front of the shotgun snap. Play fake. They're going to run an inside handoff counter type thing, but the Braves are right there to stop it after a gain of 1.
Well, good job by the guy that just got up there, number 11, Connor Fastbinder. He stayed at home. He didn't go with the flow and the other side, and when the counter play came back, he was sitting right in the hole.
There was no room for pencil whatsoever there, and you know, that's something last week the Braves did not do very well, and that's the outside backer, what they call the dogs, staying at home.
Well, they're going to go for it, Kevin. You think we're going to see the tush push?
I think there's a lot more. There's way too much push to do here. Shamokin does that fairly well, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it from 4th and 4.
If they had 2 downs to do it, they probably could.
Probably. They'll go shotgun, sidecar right, play fake, rolling out now, loads of time, firing it down the middle of the field, and incomplete, knocked out of the sky by number 4, Luke Keeley, who had an opportunity to pick it, but I think he was so surprised the ball was thrown right at him, he didn't know what to do with it.
He did. He probably thought it was a hot potato. Well, that's a great job by the defense. They held them to 4 downs now out here. And Braves take over with 1:38 to go. The Indians head 14-0, but they've got good field position. They're on their own 45.
Braves defense played well since that first series. Of course, the scoop and score did not help either, but that's not really a defensive touchdown. The Braves defense, again, playing fairly well here to start this game.
You think about the long pass to Price, that was pretty well defended.
Yes.
You know, I mean, Hoover did a nice job over there.
You're right. Even on that catch. Even on the long catch, it was still well defended. Raybuck with the triple I formation. He'll hand it off to the middle back, and there's nothing there for Pollock. He is swallowed up immediately by Hockenbrock, who came in from his defensive end spot and just took care of business.
Well, Blake Hockenbrock is, you know, the Hockenbrock family's been around Shamokin sports for a long time. 6'2", 251 with, as Coach Hort would say, cat-like quickness.
Cat-like quickness. Shikellamy with a 1-yard gain, making it 2nd down and a long 9. Again, they'll go with that 3-back set in the eye. Raybuck under center with a receiver to the near side. He'll make the pitch. The pitch goes to the far side to Pollock. Pollock makes one man miss, and he's tripped up. Pencil trips him up to save what could have been a 5-yard gain and made it only a 2-yard gain, 3rd down and 7.
They tried to get outside, and Pencil, you know, basically made Thomas come back to the inside, and he got a piece of his ankle, I think, and knocked him off balance. So another 3rd down, 3rd and 8 here for the Braves.
And they will have to get this play off. 21 seconds on the play clock, 32 on the game clock, and we're running with a 14-0 lead for Shamokin over Shikellamy. Braves on a 3rd and long.
I hope they don't have to take a timeout here, Kevin. They're down to 10 seconds.
You don't want to do that. That's not a spot you want to time out.
Down to 5 seconds.
They've got 5 on the play clock. They are set. Get it off with 3. Raybuck on the run. He's got room to the near side. Cuts it inside, short of the 1st down marker, but in Shamokin territory at the 46-yard line. And that will end the first quarter of play. Shamokin with 2 big plays to lead it 14-0 at the end of 1, but the Braves have a 4th down and short to think about. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and online and on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
At Zerman's, we know buying a vehicle is an important decision, and we treat it that way. No matter if you're buying one of our pre-owned vehicles for under $10,000 or a brand new fully loaded Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, or any vehicle in between, our friendly and knowledgeable staff works hard to offer quality vehicles and a great experience. We've been proud to be serving your transportation needs since 1889. So if you're tired of having to give your social security number before going on a test drive or a blood sample before getting your trade appraised, maybe it's time to experience what we call the Zerman difference.
With gas rewards at Wise, your everyday purchases can add up to big savings at the pump. So next time you're fueling the kids after practice, filling up your fridge, or topping off your dinner table, you can shop and save in-store and at the pump so your wallet isn't running on empty. Earn 1 Wise reward point for every qualifying dollar you spend and save up to $1 off per gallon with Wise Gas Rewards.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
The Shikellamy Braves are going to go for it on 4th and short. They have about 2 yards to get to the 1st down, and they jump offside. They tried the long count, and it's one of those where the coaches in practice will go, hold your water. And that time the Braves were not able to do it. So instead of 4th and 2, they'll now have a 4th and 7. Here as we start the second quarter, Shikellamy Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, brought to you in part by J.J. Powell, Wise Markets, and Mark's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Well, when half of your linemen put their hands out like what went on here and the other half still on the ball, there was a little bit of miscommunication there. New center, and it looks like Justin Suey's at the center spot.
Changing the long snapper this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the defense.
Here comes the kick. Line drive. Heck, boy, that turned over. Hits at the 8, down to the 5, and can't quite stop rolling into the end zone. It'll go 5 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, Kev, why don't I do a little quick recap of the scoring since something just turned in. In the first quarter with 10:14 to go, Ben Delbaugh took a 4-yard pass from Logan Steele for the first touchdown. Extra point was good, and I forgot who the extra point kicker is.
For Shamokin?
Yeah.
That would be Pencil.
Pencil with a good kick. And 2 minutes later, the Braves had a great ground game. The ball came loose, and Mr. Ryan Bickhart picked it up on the 45-yard line of Shikellamy and took it in for the second score. Kick was good, too. So that's where we're at, 14-0.
And Shamokin now will have the ball here, the first possession of the second quarter, 1st and 10. Steele now will hand the ball off, and looking for a little bit of running room there. Looked like that might have been Gink that time.
Yeah,
I think it's his first carry of the game.
There was nothing there.
No.
All right. It looked like number 60, who would be
Valderrama.
Gadiel Valderrama, okay, and the two guys that are in the down line positions there. Number 54 that's at the center spot there was Jackson Kashuba. We're talking about some kids. This is some of their very first varsity experience.
Well, we talked about last year the Braves defense averaging 14.2 years of age. They're now about 15.2. Here's the handoff right up the middle. And a little bit of running room for about 5 yards for the ball carrier that time.
Yeah.
And
Turbo
that was going to be
Ortiz.
Gink again, and you're right, Turbo Ortiz there to stop that drive. Actually, they're only going to give him about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 7.
I think we're up here so high, Kevin, we just can't see right.
The altitude
The
has
altitude,
an issue,
yes.
Yeah, the altitude is the issue. Ball to 23-yard line. 14-0 in favor of Shamokin. Shamokin with the football looking to get a first down here. They haven't gotten one in a while. Sidecar to the left, back to pass. Steele rolling out. The right-hander fires it. It is complete, and he hits at the 40-yard line and connects with Shuey, the tight end.
That's a big man out there. Excellent basketball player. Going to be a senior this year for the team. 6'3", 228 pounds. That's his 3rd catch of the season, Kevin.
They'll spot it at the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 20 on that reception to the tight end. That is Shuey's. Well, I can't say that it's his first. I think it might be his first catch.
No, I said it was his 3rd.
Is it 3rd?
Yeah.
Well, he must have had 2 in the Line Mountain or in the
Lake
Lehman game because those numbers were not available anywhere.
Well, I just got them out of the paper.
That's because you're smarter than me.
All right.
Nice of you to share. Here comes the quarterback keeper to Steele out of the shotgun. He'll turn the corner and get into Shikellamy territory. They'll spot him at the 49-yard line.
Looked to me there was a shove by number 2 on the Shikellamy defender from the back there, but he kind of pulled back and the referees didn't throw a flag. But that's the beauty of Logan Steele. All right, he's able to use his shoulders and his hips to think he's coming at you. He gets outside. And what I noticed in the 2 games I saw him play, he doesn't get beat up a lot. If he gets to the sideline, he'll just step out, which I think is smart.
Price to the near side, wing to the near side. Here comes Steele out of the shotgun. Fires one up. It is complete, and complete once again to Shuey. It's a great gain down to the 40, make that the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 and a first down.
Well, if you're familiar with the wing T, it's not exactly the same play, but all the quarterback does is sprint out to the right, and Shuey comes across from the left tight end position, and he's in that little seam there, and he's a big boy, all right, and he's got good hands.
Steele once again in the shotgun with a sidecar right. They'll hand it off left side to Clinton. Clinton will push the pile and move for a gain of about a yard to about the 37-yard line, but he ran a long way for that yard and a half.
Yeah, Gavin Erb there with the tackle. You know, he is a strong runner, all right? I think I gave his height and weight before. He's at, what did I do with it? 220, I think he was. By the way, that was Sui's 4th catch.
That'll put Steele in the shotgun with a sidecar left. He takes the direct snap, rolling out to the far side, fires it, and it is complete on the sideline. And he'll hit his intended receiver, Rylan Price. Price will send it to the 25-yard line for a gain of 12 and another Shamokin first down. And as I said, Shamokin now starting to establish the pass.
Wait. If you folks at home probably are watching on YouTube, you'll see that the entire line kind of stepped back and they moved in unison to their left as the quarterback rolled out. So it was hard for anybody to get to the quarterback, even the backs that were coming in hard.
Shuey rolling out to the far side, pressure coming, near side rather. Lobs one up, and it is into the end zone with a quick little stretch by Delbaugh. Nope, they're going to say he spotted him at the 2-yard line. He did step out before he stretched that ball over the end line.
No, it's a touchdown. They're sending in the extra point.
Oh, okay, well, I missed the official making the signal, and he was setting up at the 2s where he almost went out of bounds. So it is going to be a 25-yard touchdown reception.
Can you tell me who caught the ball again?
I can tell you who caught the ball again. That was Delbaugh. Here comes the extra point attempt from Pencil. He has been perfect to this point. Good snap, set, kick, and that one is just as good as the last two. 8:27 to go here in the first half of play. It is Shamokin 21 and Shikellamy nothing. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK is sponsored in part by T. Ross Brothers Construction and Wiest, Benner and Rice. As a matter of fact, Chief, it's time for Wiest, Benner and Rice to bring us rules of the game.
One more thing, all right. Who caught that touchdown pass again?
Delbaugh.
I thought so. Thank you.
Okay. Now, you ready for rules of the game?
I'm listening.
It's 2nd and 20 from the offense's 20-yard line. A defensive pass interference call is made 10 yards downfield. What should be the down distance and the spot of the ball? We'll give you the answer coming up in a few.
Well, the Braves got themselves down 21-0 with 8:27 to go here in the second quarter. And, you know, they haven't been playing poorly. You know, just that when they need a big player, they've had a couple of turnovers.
Pollock at about the 5. Straight up the hash marks. Actually, I'm going to correct that. That was not Pollock. That was Vaders that time up the hash marks to the 25-yard line.
Nice job by Shamokin. They stayed in their lanes again, and then he collapsed. Vader at least got him to the 22-yard line. Well, actually, we were at the 24-yard, almost to the 25.
8:22 remaining here in the first half. Shamokin leading 21-0. The entire Braves offense coming to the sideline now.
Along with number 1 from Shamokin. He's going to come over and listen in.
He wanted to listen in a little bit. Oh, not a bad move. I mean, Price was trying.
He's a good offensive receiver and smart kid. If they want to talk, I'll just go over and listen.
Coming
We're
over
down
to
to 5 seconds.
Coach Schaefer that time is who they were talking with. They'll get the direct snap of the pistol, swing it over to Pollock. Pollock draws a crowd, tries to make a stutter step, makes one man miss, crosses the 25, draws a crowd for a gain of 2 to the 27-yard line.
And there's 3 guys that when he was stepped out of bounds fell on top of him, so I'm glad to see Thomas got up. There's nobody out here to block. There's nobody out to block the outside backer, the corner, and the safety came up.
2nd down and 8 for the Braves. By the way, I do have to talk about Coach Schaefer. Last week we were talking about him being out past the numbers, and that was as far on the field as he's been since college at Clarion. He corrected me Saturday morning. Here comes the quarterback run. Brody lost the football. It's on the turf. Still a scramble for it, and Shamokin looks like they have it, and they do. Picking up the turnover is Bickhardt. And he had the scoop and score earlier.
Well, to say he had a nose for the ball tonight would be an understatement, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Second turnover by the Braves tonight. Both of them have been fumbles. This one puts Shamokin in a really good field position. You know, they're on the 19-yard line of Shikellamy, and the way they've been passing the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw one up here, Kevin.
Well, right now they're trying to put the dagger and put this one away in the first half. Steele has it on the short yardage, back to pass. You're right, going right up top, trying to get some hand action going on there and pushing a little bit is Pencil. He does not get a foot in bounds and control the ball. It goes incomplete.
Again, was that Hoover out there on defense?
I believe. I did not see who was on the coverage.
I'm not sure.
Quite tell.
That might have been number 3 too, Kevin. Again, you know, it was tough to see the number. But anyway, the Braves defender did a nice job.
Might have been Owen Elliott.
And you're right. They don't call. There's no face guarding anymore.
No.
But the bad part about that is you don't know where the ball is.
Well, there was a little bit of an arm extension, and they're going to let you go as long as you bend the elbow. But as soon as that elbow goes straight and that arm goes straight, that's where the interference call comes. And there is a penalty on this one. It's an illegal man downfield is what the call is. It's hard to see. We're on the opposite side of where our head referee normally will signal. To see the signals tough.
The Braves had that same thing happen to them after a really good pass play to Fastbinder. Instead of a 12-yard gain, you get a 5-yard penalty.
So 1st and 15 now from the 24-yard line for Shamokin with 8 minutes to go here in the half. And the handoff right up the middle. Genk has it to the 20, to the 19. He'll pick up 5. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. They'll get those 5 yards right back.
Number 60 for the Braves down on the bottom of that.
That's Gadiel Valderrama.
We've called his name a couple of times tonight.
I'll tell you what, he's a junior, and he played a little bit last year, but he has greatly improved this year. And he's 6 foot 214, and I'm telling you what, he's been in the weight room a little bit at 214.
He can move too. That's the other thing.
Yeah. And now the officials will signal timeout. Shikellamy takes a timeout with 7:25 to go here in the first quarter, or excuse me, in the first half. Shikellamy Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel is sponsored in part by J.J. Powell, Wise Markets, and Mart's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Well, Kevin, I haven't, this is my 3rd game, and I haven't put a shout out to some of our loyalist listeners over at the Number One Fire Company.
Number One's checking in tonight.
They spend a lot of time listening to the Braves, and they are very loyal, very loyal. Of course, it helps that most of them played for the Braves.
That's true.
Or else coached
or
for
coached,
the Braves.
or were a part of the athletic department. Hey, back to rules of the game, Chief.
All right.
2nd and 20 from the offense's 20. Defensive pass interference call makes happens 10 yards downfield. First off, what's the down?
It'll be 1st down again.
Was
it offensive interference?
It's defensive.
Defensive. So it was 1st down.
It was 2nd down.
So it's still 2nd down.
Still 2nd down.
It's only a 10-yard penalty, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
All right, the ball was at it was 2nd and 20 from the 20. So what's the distance now? It's 2nd down and
which 20?
The offense is 20.
So it's half the distance to the goal line?
No. That would be the defensive.
They're at the 10.
Right, so they'd be at the 20.
You're confusing the heck out of me. I know it's not a spot foul.
Right.
All right.
So it's at the 20. The 10-yard penalty will move it to the 30. We'll move it to the 35 because it's a 15.
I thought you said they were going the other way. Boy, did he get away from the Braves there.
Boy, he's got all the time in the world now, and he fires one to the near corner, and it is caught for a touchdown. Pencil, way too much time, giving that time to the quarterback, Logan Steele, and Pencil was able to find a way open in the back of the end zone, and it'll go down as a touchdown from about 24 out. By the way, it's 2nd down and 5 at the 35, a 15-yard penalty. As it was 2nd and 20.
If anybody out there understands what he's talking about, all right.
Do you need me to make it easier next week?
Well, yeah, you do.
I'll make it easier next week.
Where do you come up with these, these plays
these actually come from NFHS tests.
All right.
So you would not be an official. Extra point kick
No good.
is line drive, no good. Our rules of the game presented by Weiss Better and Rice. When you need help with the rules of law, make sure you contact Weiss Better and Rice. They'll guide you through personal injury, accident and injury, divorce, family and estate law, civil and human rights, and criminal law. Call 570-286-4022 and let Weiss Better and Rice help you avoid penalties.
Well, now it's 27-0. The Indians on top. 7:12 to go in this half yet. That's a lot of time, more than half the period.
You are correct.
So,
you are mathematically right on the money.
you know, I think about how the Braves have played, and the mistakes have caused them to give touchdowns. 2 defensive fumble recoveries.
Yep.
One went for a touchdown. One set up a touchdown.
Yep.
They've been stopping the run. They just can't stop the pass play. And one of the reasons is that Steele has so much time back there. He's so elusive.
End over end kick at the 10-yard line. Up the numbers to the 20, to the 25, and that's about as far as he will be able to get this time, and that was Vaders on the far side. So Vaders will get it to the 25-yard line. We'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Braves, trying to get something going. They have gone now 5 periods, 5.5 periods almost, without having a point put on the board.
Kevin, are there lights in this place?
Yes, but where we're at in the upper deck, I'm not quite sure. It's glowing, but it's not really on.
Well, I'm going to be legally blind here in a little bit.
How much battery do you have left in your phone?
I'm
You
not
have to
gonna
use
do
your
that,
flashlight on your phone.
That's all right. I can see. Thank goodness I know Braille.
Shotgun formation for Raybuck. Actually, he'll go into the pistol now. Roll out to the near side. He's looking long downfield. He's got a man at Stahl. Stahl adjustment comes up short. Good coverage by Andre Bell.
Well, Stahl got by him. Stahl did a fly pattern down the side towards the Shikellamy bench, and he got it open. And I think Brody just had a little bit short on it. It wasn't long enough. Of course, he got turned around a little bit. Corbin Stahl did. But I'm glad to see the Braves went long.
Well, that ball was thrown to the outside, and I think Stahl turned to the inside, but that ball was thrown where it needed to be on the outside shoulder, and Stahl just turned the wrong way. And this time, Raybuck with a sidecar to the left swings it out right through the hands of his intended receiver, and that was Gavin Kiefer. Kiefer had a little bit of a convoy in front of him.
But he didn't catch the ball.
That is a necessity.
Yes, it is.
To move the ball forward on a pass play, yes.
Well, the Braves, 2 pass plays, 0 completions, and now they're 3rd and 10 again.
Again, this offense, another week just trying to find something they can, hang their hat on and put in the bank.
I look at the offensive line; it changes every week.
Well, and not having Bender available again.
Yeah.
For the 2nd straight week, that's very taxing.
Oh boy, they had to call
that's going to be a
timeout.
timeout. The Braves will use their 2nd timeout as they only had 1 on the play clock. So that will be a timeout for Shikellamy with 6:56 to go here in this first half of play. Shamokin leading at 27-0. Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Buffalo Wild Wings, fresh roasted coffee, and J.D. Feaster Earthworks.
Again, I can't help but repeat myself. I'm watching the kids play. The defensive line has done a nice job of stopping the run play. I don't think that Shamokin probably might have 40 yards rushing, and that's about it. And that's pretty good, especially if you got, if you stop a team that's got some very, very good runners, including the quarterback.
Yeah. Don't forget, coming up at the half on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the Shikellamy Marching Braves. We'll have them perform here a little bit during the first half.
Light. They said, let there be light.
Billy Joel, turn the light back on.
All right.
Turn the lights back on.
Thank you.
It's one.
That's good. That's
but,
good.
It's.
Yep.
We are in the upper deck here on the visiting side for the first time, actually. We have broadcast from about everywhere in this stadium, I think, over the years.
Screenplay, Kevin.
And that is a screen to the right, and that one complete. And moving forward was that the tight end, Shuey?
No, it was.
I couldn't see who grabbed.
It's the back. Number.
Well, Shuey was on the tackle. That's what I saw last.
I'm watching him. He can't move his arm away from his jersey. He's the far guy.
Might have been Stahl.
No, I don't think it was Stahl.
I couldn't quite tell. I know it was Shuey on the tackle. That I saw. Brody will be ready to boot the ball away on this 4th down and about 4. He gets it away cleanly. Wobbler hits it about the 35, rolls to the 30 and to the 28, and then let go so the Braves can down it at the 29-yard line of Shamokin. With 6:04 to go here in the first half of play, Shamokin leading it 27-0.
And they've got a couple of breaks, and that's been a big part of it. But really, the only big play they had was the first play of the game. The
big pass play.
Or maybe it was the second play of the game. Now they've that last touchdown that Pencil caught was one
Short
that was.
field.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing was Steele had a lot of time. He was rolling around to the right and then to the left, and he was left.
Now they'll tighten things up now with a handoff right up the middle, cross the 30, leaning ahead and finishing forward to the 34-yard line. They'll push him back a little bit, but they'll give him forward progress to the 35-yard line. Valderrama there on the tackle for the Braves. And for Shamokin, the ball carrier was Clinton.
Zakeem Clinton. You know, he was probably stopped a yard past the line of scrimmage, but he picked up probably a good 6 yards. So we got, looks like 2nd and 4 here from the Shamokin 35.
One receiver to the near side, ball on the far hash mark. Here's the handoff, left side, running room there. And cutting to the outside now and going down the sideline is Clinton. Clinton to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but it's coming back for a block that was unnecessary at the 18-yard line.
You bet.
Now the question is, was it a block in the back or was it a blindside block? Either way, it's going to be coming back and a major penalty.
Is that Clinton that's in the end zone?
At what?
The runner?
Oh, that's down in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So is that a spot foul, Kevin?
Yes. They'll throw it at the 18-yard line. Maybe that'll be next week's rules of the game for you.
So I should pay attention?
They're actually going to call holding on the play, so that is a spot foul, and 10 from that. We'll mark it back to the 29-yard line. But again, in the end zone, I don't know if you can see it on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel, but in the end zone on the right side is one of the Shamokin players. I think that might have been, as you said, Zakeem Clinton, but I can't quite tell.
I don't think there was anybody near him to make the tackle because
I don't know.
Corbin Stahl was the last person that had a shot at him, and he got blocked as he crossed the goal line. So
we'll see if we can pan to the right a little bit and pick up the player there in the end zone. See if we are able to zoom in there and see who they're working on. Again, the trainers are in there.
Clinton. They said it was Clinton.
It is Clinton, yep. So that will come back now to the 29-yard line with 5:13 remaining here in the quarter. And you can see it looks like they have him sitting up now, and he's up and moving. Yeah,
looks like he's walking pretty good. I wonder if I wish I didn't watch him go in the end zone. Sometimes they dive into the end zone.
It looked like he kind of stumbled a little bit going into the end zone. Yeah,
that's a heck of a run, and I bet you he's feeling kind of bummed right now. It was from the 40. That's a 55-yard touchdown run called back because of a hold.
So it'll be at the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 29 with 5:13 to go here in the first half.
And I'll bet that person that got held wasn't going to make the tackle. I'll just bet.
There's no way because that was well behind the play.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. Del ball will come out to the near side, wing to the near side, moving left to right from the far hash mark. Here comes Steele rolling out. Pressure from the backside. Lobs one up right over the defender's head and drops it right into the hands of Pencil.
That's what I call great touch.
Sure was.
You're not going to get a bullet pass to that guy. He just lobbed it over the top, and Pencil went up high to get it.
Fastbinder that time had a bead on it, but it was just literally a fingernail away.
And Fastbinder's 6'3".
Yeah,
so you can tell how the touch was. Hey, you know what's the bad part for us is that the good part for Shamokin is Steele's back for 2 more years.
Yeah.
The bad part for us is Steele's back for 2 more years. Yeah.
Second down and about 2 after the 8-yard pass play. Steele in the shotgun sidecar left. 2-step drop. Rolling back to pass. Firing it up, lobbing it up, and it is caught. Touchdown. Shamokin on the far side of the field. The ball grabbed by Dylan Phoenix, the 5'10", 160 junior.
I would say that was about a 22-yard pass play.
At least I think that was Phoenix there. Could have been Delbaugh too, now that I look at it. It might have been Delbaugh. It might have been 15 and not 13. Nevertheless, a touchdown once again for the Indians as they try to make it 34-0 now with the extra point. Or are they going to go for 2
They're
here?
going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2 as they missed the extra point earlier. I thought I saw the T go out.
They want to put the mercy rule in to the Braves.
Sidecar to the right. And here's the rollout. Dumping it into the end zone, and Delbaugh gets the deuce. 4:20 remaining here in the first half, and Shamokin leading it 35-0 here at Kemp Memorial Stadium in Shamokin. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Cole Stony Hill Tree Farm, Service First Federal Credit Union, and Sunbury Housing Authority. Let's run down some of the scores from across the region that we have on our WKOK.com scoreboard tonight. Up at Jersey Shore in the second quarter, the Bulldogs leading the Seals 20-7. It's Lewisburg 14 and Bloomsburg 3, that game in the second quarter at Christie. Line Mountain 14, Juniata 6 in the second. Columbia Montour Votech leading Montrose 20-0 in the first quarter. Southern Columbia 21, Milton 0 at Alumni Field in the second. Mount Carmel leading Mifflinburg 21-7 in the second. We'll give you a rundown on the rest of them at the half. Bader's at the 8-yard line and goes to the 20, spins off a tackler, and they'll spot him at the 23.
That was a nice tackle. I'm trying to get the kid's number, 32. That was the running back, all right?
That's Gink.
Gink with a nice tackle on the play. Well, the Braves, again, are going to start past the 20-yard line, but not by much. Looks like the 22, as you said, Kev.
So the Braves looking to get something going here on offense to keep that clock from being a constant run in the second half.
There are still 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in this second quarter.
It is a very long second quarter.
Yes, it is.
And they'll send 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Pistol formation, Raybuck. 1-step drop, has pressure. Fires it, incomplete, way out of bounds, but over the first down marker, so it will not be intentional grounding, plus because he was not quite out of the pocket. But that'll give us an opportunity to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Shikellamy Braves football. .408 remaining here in the half, 35-0. Shamokin leading Shikellamy here at Kemp Memorial Stadium in Cole Township. Kevin Herr along with the Chief Dave Ritchie and our WKOK Sports YouTube channel crew as well. Riley McDonald on our camera, Ryan McDonald, our technical director tonight. 3, 4, make it 5 receivers, no backs. Brody all by himself in the backfield, finds the slant, Fastbinder bobbled it, lost it, incomplete. He almost tipped it into the hands of another receiver coming across the middle, and that was Stahl.
There should not have been 2 guys running a slant a yard apart from
Somebody
each other.
ran the wrong pattern.
Somebody wrong. Yeah, exactly. In fact, I might say Stahl might have been the intended receiver. Who knows? Anyway, they got in the way of each other.
Did they have a motion penalty there too?
I don't think so, Kev.
I thought I saw a motion signal.
Third and 10.
It is third down. Yeah, there was a procedure penalty against the Braves that was declined.
Oh, they declined
So
it.
they did have motion. So it is gonna be third down, but it's declined anyway. They bring up third down and 10 from the 22-yard line. And in motion to the near side. Brody back to pass. Stahl right through his hands. Incomplete. He was open, but he was well short of the first down, and now it'll be fourth down and 10. And the Braves are going to have to punt the ball because it's way too deep in their own territory to take a chance right now.
You know, your Shamokin's defense, you're up 35-0 here, late in the actually 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And you don't have to worry too much. You can just lay back your ears and go. And that's what they've been doing. They've been bringing everybody.
Yeah, and then the question is, do you take and bring everybody here on this punt? Because again, even if you rough it, and they're not going to, they're going to get some pressure.
Oh,
I think it was right off the side of Brody's foot that time, but he got a great roll to the Shamokin 45-yard line. So it'll be
first and 10 from the Shamokin 45-yard line.
About a 38-yard punt that time for Raybuck, who, by the way, was averaging this year punting the ball about 37, a long of 58 and 3 inside the 20 this year already. That 58-yarder was one of them that went down to the 1-yard line and got negated by a 99-yard run last week from scrimmage.
Do you think they'll work on their running game now, Kevin?
I think that's the one part of the game that they don't have to work on right now.
Yeah.
But they will hand the ball off, and over the left side with plenty of running room there for Shamokin is going to be Gink, and Gink will get a first down and a bonus 6 more yards.
I told you. You don't believe me, do you?
They
have not been running the ball well tonight.
I'm not. No, I said I don't think really there's much this offense has not done really well.
Plus, I think it might be a little courtesy, too. You have 35-0 and you keep throwing the ball because you got your first team in there yet.
Coach Persing on the far side.
Former quarterback here at Shamokin, former coach at Lewisburg.
I was going to say, and also a coach at Lewisburg. Steele with the direct snap. He'll hand it off right side. Running room there for Gink. Gink across the 30 has another first down and a gain of 12 to the 27-yard line. First and 10.
77 for Shikellamy. Lost his helmet there. That's
Purdy.
Everett Purdy. They didn't make him come out. I was surprised. When you lose your helmet, you got to come out for a down?
It is that way in college. I can't say that I know that for sure at the high school level. Right now they have him at nose tackle, Everett Purdy. And this time it's going to be the quarterback. Nope, it actually did hand it off on the option. And it was good for 8 yards off the left side this time. And guess who? It was Jace Gink, the senior, getting a load of carries now here in this second quarter.
Little bit of problem over here. Shikellamy and a Shamokin player got in a little tiff. All right. And luckily the Shamokin players came over and Shikellamy players came over and they said, hey, knock it off.
Timeout for Shamokin. That's their first timeout with 2:32 to go here in the first half. Shamokin leading at 35-0. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK and the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Sponsored in part by W&L Subaru and Lackawanna College. Coming up at the half on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch the Shikellamy Marching Braves, part of their halftime performance. Some of the other scores from across the region. Warrior Run leading Midwest in the second, 43-0. Montgomery 28, Sayre 7. That game in the second quarter as well. Jersey Shore has now extended their lead over Selinsgrove, 28-7. That in the second quarter up at the shore that has no beach.
Do we have to go to Jersey Shore this year?
We do not. Well, we do not in the regular season.
All right.
I'll put it that way. However, we will be next door to the shore in Williamsport next week.
Yeah, but that's not nearly as far.
Well,
plus
it's also a little nicer.
Plus, they do not have a chicken coop, all right, for the
You don't need to bring your radios or anything to that game. I'll finish that in a minute as they run the ball to the left side on the inside reverse to Price. That'll be good enough for a first down gain of 6. You don't need to bring the radios because you're so close to us in the booth when you're in the stands at Jersey Shore. You could just hear us call the game. You don't need the app or anything like that for a game at Jersey Shore.
But it is a chicken coop.
It is.
Because I'm telling you what, folks, I've been around chicken coops and cleaned them out. And when I was in there, the first time I walked in, the scent of chicken droppings was right in my nose. It was not a beautiful thing, I'm telling you.
My mother used to call that fresh country air. Like, what are you sniffing?
Fresh country air.
Left side steal goes virtually untouched for 12 yards and a touchdown. And that will extend the lead a little further to 41-0 here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Well, you know, more than a couple of years ago, but Coach and I went up there probably, I don't know, maybe the third or fourth season we were working together, and we were talking to each other. We're like, why is everybody like right in front of things here tonight? So I'm like, I'm going to find out. I'll finish that here in just a minute as the extra point is pending. And a quick count there for Pencil. He says, I'm number 11. Let's kick it. And he does and puts it through the uprights good to make it 42-0. So I leaned down and I said to the folks, say, is the view better here or what? And they said, oh, no, we just can hear you guys call the game from out the window, so we'll just sit below and get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and also, you know, the end of the field is about 1 yard to the dirt track up there.
Yeah, well, that's true,
that's
too. It's an ash track on the side. Now, they don't run track there anymore.
They go up at the new high school.
But they have an ash track, and basically that's where the team stands, and then the visiting stands are like right on top of that.
They have great facilities. They're awesome facilities, all right, except Thompson Street Stadium
needs a revamp.
It's It's
a throwback.
I was expecting, to win one for the Gipper there back in the 30s, all right?
It's a throwback stadium.
It is throwback.
And they are working on it, I'm told, to get something better. There's the line drive kick. Take it at the 3. To the 10. To the 15. Pollock spins to the 20. Spins out of one tackle and another tackle at the 22. And he can't spin out of the third or fourth tackle and gets to the 23-yard line, and that's where he'll stop.
There is some hard feelings, and I think the hard feelings are, I hope it's not the Braves because they're down 42-0, but everything seems to be a little more physical after the play, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, and I think Shamokin is pumped up. They have been a team that has been on the cusp of being a good competitive team in the league, and I think they feel that this is their year to be that competitive team. And you know, Selinsgrove's rebuilding right now, so Shamokin Jersey Shore could be a big game.
Yeah, and the other game I'm thinking about, they have not beat Mount Carmel. Last game of the season, it must be 25 years.
Yeah, the coal bucket game. Now in motion from the backfield. It's going to be an option play and the pitch goes to Vaders. Vaders makes a man miss, cuts it back to the outside now, crosses the 20, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it for the running back Vaders. I'll tell you what, Shamokin played that option very well. One guy took the pitch man, one guy took the quarterback. There was nothing there at all.
And they were all out there.
Yeah.
See, that there was no dive man on that, so there's nobody that's going to.
It's not a triple option.
No, because you're back in the shotgun position. What do you call it? Sidecar, right?
Well, that time he was running shotgun with the sidecar. Yep.
Okay.
Now they're in pistol with offset backs. Now he's going to move one of those backs out. Play fake, roll out to the near side. Looking down the middle of the field, he throws a dart right into the hands of Charlie Walter, and Charlie picks it up at the 34-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's those basketball hands, I'm telling you.
Yes, it is.
All right. Charlie, I'm glad to see you catch. That was a bullet, too.
I talked to him the other day, and I said, all the guys were calling him Chuck. I said, you want to be called Chuck? He says, do what you want. He's a laid-back kind of guy.
Yeah, he is.
Back to pass, Raybuck has time, looking, coming to the near side. He tucks it and runs to the 35, to the 40, scampers out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That will be good enough for
it's going to be second.
A gain of 6?
Yeah, second and maybe, 6 or 7. You know, Braves really doing a good job here. That was a great job of protecting Brody. I know reason that he had to scamper when he did get chased, I think that was the defenders for Shamokin had everybody covered.
They did. They went max protect that time. 31.2 remaining here in this first half. 1st and 10 at the Shikellamy 41. Raybuck back to pass, loads of time, fires it, incomplete, bounces it off the hands of Walter that time.
I'm not going to say it.
Tried to run with it before he had it.
Well,
he turned his head just a little bit before.
But the other thing was it was laid right in his.
Well,
right in. You know, sometimes when they're that, if you don't catch them in your hands, they hit your body and bounce back.
That's another thing. And I'll tell you what, when Brody throws a ball, there's some ketchup and mustard on it.
And onions and relish.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that too.
That'd be good right now. You know that. A hot dog.
Hillside coaches are right over there with the stand. You can go at halftime. 2 receivers far side. Brody back to pass, looking to that side, and that is caught and immediately defended by Bickhart, who was thinking pick 6 because he wanted to get another defensive touchdown. It does go complete, though, to Kiefer. That'll be a gain of 1. It'll bring up 4th down and 1. And the Braves are going to try and get one more play off with 5 seconds on the game clock. They'll get it off with 3. Brody will come to the near side. He will get the first down to the 45, but that is as far as they will be able to go. So the Braves will amass one more first down before the end of this first half of play. But at the end of the first half, it is Shamokin 42, Shikellamy nothing. You're listening to Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and watching it on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
You can serve. You can protect. America needs criminal justice professionals now more than ever, and you can become one of them with an associate and/or bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Lackawanna College Sunbury campus. Criminal justice is a growing field where you can make a difference as a police or correctional officer, in private security, investigation, or with government agencies. So take the first step. Visit lackawanna.edu. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
The Northumberland National Bank, proudly serving our community for over 120 years. And now we've taken a giant leap into the future with a brand new online and mobile banking experience. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go. With remote deposit capture, simply snap a picture of your check and it's deposited securely into your account. Experience the ease and convenience of banking like never before, like checking your credit score on the go or applying for a mortgage right from your home. Visit our website at noribank.com. The Northumberland National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This world is filled with breathtaking moments where every road is an invitation to adventure and new stories. Built for those who crave exploration, freedom of the open road, and above all, safety. Subaru will take you through the rugged mountains and everywhere in between, empowering you to experience the wonders of nature like never before. Whether you're a trailblazer or a weekend explorer, come and visit W&L Subaru, where we will help you discover the joy of driving and embrace your love of the great outdoors.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations, now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
I'm in Shamokin. Kevin Herr along with the Chief Dave Ritchie and our WKOK Sports YouTube channel crew. Shamokin leading at 42-0 here at the half. And Chief, the Indians did it right out of the gate in the first drive. They went 69 yards in that first drive with 10:14 to go in the first quarter and popped it in with a big pass play.
It sure did. And, you know, I would give this to you, but it's in my writing, and I'm the only one that can read it. So we have so little space here that my partner didn't have any place to put down his paper and his pen. So if I do a recap of the scoring, should I do that?
Go ahead.
All right.
That's what I would normally do in this situation.
As Kevin said, the big pass play got him down inside the 10, and from there, Logan Steele hit Ben Delball with a 4-yard pass with 10:14 to go in the first quarter. The extra point was good, and I forget who the extra point kicker is. It's an easy name, isn't it?
Well, for Shamokin?
Yeah,
it's Pencil.
Pencil with the extra point, 7-0. Well, about 2 minutes after that, the Braves fumbled the ball, and Ryan Bickhart picked it up at the 45-yard line of Shikellamy and took it in for a touchdown. That's in the first period, 8:24. Again, the kick was good, 14-0. With 8:27 to go in the second quarter, Steele hit Delball again with a 25-yard pass for a touchdown. And again, Pencil, the kick was good, 21-0 at that point. 7:12 to go in the second quarter, 20-yard pass from Steele to Pencil, and this time the kick was no good. So with 7:12 to go in the half, it was 27-0 in favor of Shamokin. Not too late soon after that, with 4:20 to go in the half, Steele hit Delball with a 22-yard touchdown pass, and the extra point was a 2-point conversion this time, and it was a pass from Steele to Delball again, and that made the score 35-0 with 4:20 to go in the second quarter, or at halftime. 1:59 to go in the second quarter, 12-yard run by Steele. Extra point was good, and that brings us to what we have right now, 42-0. The Indians in the position to enforce the mercy rule.
Yeah, the Braves haven't really been able to get a whole lot going offensively once again. Their defense has been out on the field an awful lot. They had a stretch there in the latter part of the first quarter where I thought the defense has really stepped it up, and then just kind of got wore down a little bit in that second quarter.
Again, you know, I look at the number of kids that are going both ways, and
right.
They've been throwing a couple of freshmen in the defensive line and the offensive line. They've been trying to, you know, give some people rest, but the problem is that, you know, you're right. The defense has been on the field a lot. The Braves, up until last night, thought they were going to get Harrison Heckert back, the junior that's 6'4", 312 pounds, plays both tackle positions, but he went down with a knee injury.
Early, yeah, and midweek.
Midweek it was.
He was going to be a good addition. He was playing really well, and just one of those unusual things that happened. That you know, no rhyme or reason. Nothing was done wrong. It just happened, and that's unfortunate. But like you said, he could have been a big impact player. Well, here on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, we're going to let the Shikellamy Marching Braves play on for you, and we'll continue with our halftime report. We'll have scores from around the region when we return. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and the Shikellamy Marching Braves on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Shikellamy Marching Braves on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and here on News Radio 1070 WKOK. Let's catch up on some scores from across the region. At the half, it is Jersey Shore 35 and Selinsgrove 7. That game being played up at Thompson Street Stadium. Also at the half at Christie, it is Lewisburg 14, Bloomsburg 3, Line Mountain 14, Juniata 6 in the second. Also in the second, Southern Columbia 28, Milton 7. Danville leading Montoursville 9-8 in the second, that at Ironman Stadium. Executive Education Academy, remember Shikellamy played them a couple of years ago. EEA with a 7-0 lead over Central Columbia Blue Jay Stadium. A battle in the second quarter at Mifflinburg. Mount Carmel leading Mifflinburg 26-20. At the half, Troy shutting out Southside 36-0. Also in the second quarter, Muncie 45, Kawaneski Valley nothing. At the half, Warrior Run 50, Midwest nothing, and Montgomery leading Sayre 28-13. And the third quarter now, you can check out those scores again at WKOK.com. Just click on the WKOK scoreboard. Chief, you have an update here quick?
No, I was just looking at the Williamsport Central Mountain score 0-0, but that might be it says quarter one. So they might not have gotten a score in yet.
Yeah,
okay.
It's one of those places that doesn't always report the score on a regular basis. But the Williamsport, of course, the next opponent for the Shikellamy Braves.
Yeah. We'll
talk more about that in the postgame. And don't forget, we're still looking to pick our Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. I have one in mind. I'm sure you do right now, too. The play that really changed the complexion of this game. But timeout right now as we're at the half with the score, Shamokin 42, Shikellamy nothing. And stick around because the Chief has something deep to say.
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom. Go to commercial.
When we come back, this is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
This world is filled with breathtaking moments where every road is an invitation to adventure and new stories. Built for those who crave exploration, freedom of the open road, and above all, safety. Subaru will take you through the rugged mountains and everywhere in between, empowering you to experience the wonders of nature like never before. Whether you're a trailblazer or a weekend explorer, come and visit W&L Subaru, where we will help you discover the joy of driving and embrace your love of the great outdoors.
These days, there's no shortage of people in need of help, but there is a shortage of people who can truly provide the assistance that people in our communities need. If you're the kind of person who's here to help others, Lackawanna College is here to help you start a rewarding career in human services. From basic necessities to guidance, counseling, and treatment, take a closer look at a career in human services. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, fourth generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
The Northumberland National Bank, proudly serving our community for over 120 years. And now we've taken a giant leap into the future with a brand new online and mobile banking experience. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go. With remote deposit capture, simply snap a picture of your check and it's deposited securely into your account. Experience the ease and convenience of banking like never before, like checking your credit score on the go or applying for a mortgage right from your home. Visit our website at noribank.com, the Northumberland National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Kevin Herr along with the Chief Dave Ritchie, getting you caught up on scores from across the region. Chief, you have a Phillies score you want to update too.
Yeah, at the bottom of the fourth inning, Wheeler doing a number on the Marlins. It's 7-0 in favor of the Phillies.
And we'll be back with more on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
At Zerman's, we know buying a vehicle is an important decision, and we treat it that way. No matter if you're buying one of our pre-owned vehicles for under $10,000 or a brand new fully loaded Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, or any vehicle in between, Our friendly and knowledgeable staff works hard to offer quality vehicles and a great experience. We've been proud to be serving your transportation needs since 1889. So if you're tired of having to give your social security number before going on a test drive or a blood sample before getting your trade appraised, maybe it's time to experience what we call the Zimmerman difference.
With gas rewards at Wise, your everyday purchases can add up to big savings at the pump. So next time you're fueling the kids after practice, filling up your fridge, or topping off your dinner table, you can shop and save in-store and at the pump, so your wallet isn't running on empty. Earn one Wise reward point for every qualifying dollar you spend and save up to $1 off per gallon with Wise Gas Rewards.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
J.J. Powell's Easy Pay makes heating your home simple. Capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery mean you can rest easy knowing you're covered. And here's the best part. Enroll in Easy Pay. Visit jjpowell.com/easypay or call 800-432-0866 to join. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
Welcome
right.
back on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. We're just talking a little Phillies baseball, and we mentioned earlier the score of that Phillies game, but you can also catch that on Eagle 107 following the Selinsgrove Jersey Shore game. And as we were saying on WKOK, there is a broadcasters roundtable that's always entertaining to catch after the game on Friday night. And you're right, Ruben Amaro is the guy down there.
If people are switching back and forth and we're switching back and forth, they're going to think there's something wrong with, especially me.
Well, but we do.
And there is something wrong with me.
And I'll explain what he's talking about. We do two broadcasts, obviously, and sometimes they don't match up exactly. So we'll talk about a couple of things on the radio broadcast, then come back on the YouTube channel and talk about those same things, and then they come back together. But see, now you gave away all the fun. Now the magic is gone.
The magic was gone a long time ago. I noticed when the Braves came out, a couple of the Braves came across the field ahead of the rest of the team. And I know why Brody Raybuck came over, because he was getting loosened up throwing the ball. I saw Turbo Ortiz walk over, and he looked like he was limping a little bit. And Keeley was with him. And I just wondered if I don't know what went on in the locker room. Not much you can say.
Well, the Braves will get the ball to start the second half, that's for sure.
Can I tell you?
And right now the Braves just need something positive to happen. They haven't had a score in 6 quarters.
Can I tell you, remember I told you something that Coach Kaiser did that was really neat? We were going to talk about it. You said at the game, well, you were so busy getting here trying to get things set up. Tuesday night, I'm the game manager for soccer, and the soccer team was playing Bloomsburg. Well, out on the soccer field now, we have a PA system that, of all places, it's in the dugout of the baseball field. Great speakers, wireless mic, and I stand down there, and we announce all the players from both teams, and we have the national anthem. Well, the football team is right next to me, and when they introduced the Braves, the whole football team stopped, and they clapped after every play. But when Ryan DePhillips was introduced as a starter, they went nuts.
Well, of course, there's a reason for that.
And because he's the kicker on the team. And I thought that was really awesome. And athletic director Tim Ford did too. In fact, Tim texted Coach Kaiser and said, that was great, thank you. And they're the things that people don't know about coaches.
The little things. It's the little things
And they had to stand for the national anthem in practice.
Yes, I've seen them do that before. By the way, were you at the field for soccer on Thursday?
When you were down hobnobbing, all right, I was running the clock. The Braves played Chuniata, all right?
I was listening, and I'm like, that sounds like the Chief.
It was me. Hey, here's the other thing. After the varsity game, we had to go play the JV game on the grass because the field hockey team was coming into play.
I saw that. I saw field hockey. That is the whole idea, of the all-sports complex.
Shikellamy All-Sports Complex.
And the Braves will not be back there next week. They go up to the Millionaire Land at Williamsport.
Up on the hill.
It's second time we've been at Williamsport that I can remember in 20-some-odd years.
When I first started at Shikellamy, we played them every year.
Yeah.
But that was our 11th game. We used to play 11 games for a couple of years.
Right now, if you're in 11 games, you're in the playoffs. Here comes the end-over-end kick from Shamokin. Kick deep And at the 2-yard line, taken there to the 10, 15, 20 is Thomas Pollock, and he'll be ripped down before he gets to the 20-yard line. They'll spot him at about the 18.
Well, we'll see if the Braves can move the football. I would think that they're not going to substitute everybody on defense.
I just got a text from somebody that said you should come to a soccer game. I want it duly noted that I have called soccer before.
Yes.
Now, I didn't say I did it well, but I called soccer before, so I do know a little bit about what's going on.
Well, I've been doing the game manager for the boys and girls since 1998. They took the girls away from me today. Of course, we've got one of the best girls team in the Valley, probably in the state.
Shikellamy will get a flag here for too many men in the huddle. Illegal participation. Will march at 5 yards back. And again, a lot of this happens when you change players up. Owen Elliott was trying to race off the sideline, and he was too late.
Jillian Divert for the girls had 5 goals in 2 previous games, back-to-back. I think she had 45 goals last year, all right? Football, let's go. Let's talk football now, all right?
I'm just playing along. Pistol formation for Raybuck, actually shotgun, sidecar left. Option play, he's going to keep it himself, ducks inside, and gets down to the 25-yard line. He'll get about 2 or 3 of those yards back. I don't really like where they have the down marker and the first down chains. They're supposed to be near the sideline, but they put them back behind. Actually, they put them on the soccer out of bounds line, and it's hard to see exactly where that ball is. So if I sound less coherent than normal, that might have something to do with it. Thank you for not commenting about that.
I always support you, Kevin.
Backs are splitting the pistol. Raybuck sends it off. Vaders, and Vaders had nowhere to go. He is swallowed up by the Shamokin defense, leading the way, Caden Parker from his middle linebacker spot. It'll go down as a loss back to the 17.
I would bet you the Shamokin defensive coaches were hollering, watch the screen on second down, because nobody rushed hard. They were all around Vaders.
Reminder, the clock will continue to run here in this second half with a 42-0 Shamokin lead. The only time it'll stop are on timeouts, injuries, official timeouts, and on a score. And under center now is Raybuck with backs offset. Shamokin showing blitz. Play action. Raybuck rolling out. Down the middle of the field to Walter. Had it on his fingertips and couldn't quite hang on.
That was a well-thrown ball. I mean, Charlie had the stretch, and he did have it on his fingertips. If he would have caught that, that would have made the highlights.
Oh, there's no doubt.
But the thing was, it was a well-thrown ball, and that would have gave the Braves a first down. But instead, Brody's going to have to kick. We're down to 9 minutes here in the third quarter.
Raybuck from his own end zone now. And that one is blocked, or at least tipped. And that will go to the 20-yard line, to the 22, and that's about as far as it goes.
That's a gain of 1 yard. That's a punt of 1 yard.
Wow. That's going to hurt his average.
No, I'm sorry. It's about 6 yards. I was looking at the end marker, not the down marker.
Didn't get a good look at who got a hand on that. It might have been Braden Haupt. I'm not sure. But somebody got in there and got a hand on that one. So with 8:47 to go, here in this third quarter, we're looking to think more about the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, and I'm pretty sure we've already seen it.
I'm going to make you give yours first, because you always make me give it first. And
okay.
Then I'll tell you if you're full of it or if I agree with you.
Pass to the near side. It is complete. Turning the corner to the 20, to the 15. Bowling over a tackler is Rice down inside the 15. They'll spot him now at the 10-yard line. Gain of 12 and a first down.
They should have tackled Ryland Price at the line of scrimmage, but he did a spin move and got away.
Spin to win.
Spin to win. And then he basically, Corbin Stahl just got his body on him to try to knock him down.
Logan Steele and most of the first team still in, and you would imagine this might be their last possession. Here's the handoff right up the middle, running room for Gink, and he will spin his way into the end zone from 12 yards. I make that 10 yards out for the touchdown. Shamokin adding on with a 10-yard run for Jace Gink, the 5'9", 160 senior, making it 48-0 with 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. Extra point pending. Shikellamy Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, sponsored in part by Sunbury Motor Company and Northumberland National Bank. Snap, set, kick, up, and good. Pencil makes another one. He missed one of his opportunities today, but they did get the 2-point conversion to put it back on the 7+7+7 run, making it 49-0.
Have you noticed the number of left-footed kickers? This is the second one we've seen here, but watching Lake Lehman and Shamokin, both the kickers were left-footed. Now, if a left-handed pitcher is a southpaw, what's a left-footed kicker?
I think it still goes southpaw because your paw could be your foot too.
That's true. I don't know. That's a good one.
That's definitely a point to ponder.
The stuff you think about when you're supposed to be doing something else. 49-0 if you just tuned in. 7:43 to go in the third quarter.
And if you just tuned in,
Shamokin.
Why didn't you wait? Why didn't you tune in the whole game? Why tune in now?
They might be zipping through the channels.
That's true. All right.
Maybe they were riding in their car in WKOK.
All right. Well, maybe they were listening in the car and then switched to the app and now is on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. I got you. That's a good point. Pencil ready to boot the ball away from the far hash mark of the 40 like he has been the entire game. Hits at about the 5 to the 2 and rolled out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Oh, my. A flag will fly as that time Thomas Pollock let it go out at the 1-yard line. The Braves will have some good field position to try and get something moving offensively.
If that ball would have stayed there, he had to get on it.
Then he would have had to pick it up, right.
You know, or if it went in the end zone, it's a dead ball too, but it brings it out to the 35.
Hey, here's a little tip. Make a note of what just happened. That might be next week's Weiss, Better, and Rice rules of the game.
I got it. Well, it looks like
I'm just trying to give you a chance to get one.
Looks like there's a different defense in this time for Shamokin.
Braves will have their number one offense in with maybe a couple of changes. Swing pass to the near side, and it is complete to Elliott. Elliott has a flag fly, makes one man miss, two man, and then we'll get a gain of about 4, but there's going to be a hold bringing this one back.
It's either a hold or a block from the back. I have a feeling it might be that's a hold. I know who did it, but I'm not going to tell you folks.
Jacob Brzezinski picks up the flag and holds it to the official. The official went, no, we need to mark it off first. But I appreciate the sentiment and giving it to me. Or maybe he was trying to make it so that the hold was a little further up and they didn't get as many yards knocked off.
Well, that was a spot foul, too. So,
yes.
You know, it looks like it's about 2nd and 20,
Yikes.
22.
Yeah, 2nd and 23 to be exact. Pistol formation, backs are split behind Raybuck. Raybuck will take it. He will trip and go to the knee and will be down at the 20-yard line. He literally got his foot caught in the carpet.
You know, from up here it looked like he ran into the back, but I don't think he did. I think when he was going down, Vaders was right there. Yeah.
Well, the Braves just right now need something to hang their hats on.
Can't catch a break anywhere.
No. They just have not been able to get anything going here and can't find anything to hang their hat on. And again, they have been shut out now for going on 7 quarters of football. Last time they scored was in overtime.
And that was a field goal.
Raybuck under center, one man in motion. That's Elliott to the near side. They're going to swing it out to Pollock. Pollock flips it to Elliott. Shamokin all over that play. One they work on in practice an awful lot. And smelling it out was Andre Bell, the 5'10", 150 senior at defensive back. Great job by the Shamokin defense of staying home.
Hook and ladder.
Yep, and not biting.
When I was doing the Lewisburg games when Todd Tilford was there, they were playing Trinity in the Eastern quarterfinals down at Hershey. And they ran that hook and ladder, and they got a touchdown out of it. I asked Todd, I said, "You practice that a lot?" He says, "Well, once in a while."
Once in a while, which means every practice. Yeah, that's one of the plays that you run at the end of practice for fun, and then, ooh, that worked. Rabick, 5-step drop, rolls to the near side, looking long downfield for Pollock. Pollock double covered. He's going to have to scramble for a couple of yards, and that'll be about it. Maybe about 4. We'll still bring up a 4th down and about 20 from the, actually make a 4th down at about 16 from the 29-yard line.
Time to punt. I'm looking at the offensive line. There are a lot of sophomores in there.
It's a very young team in general for the Braves again this year. Rabick, low snap, controlled, pressure's coming, got it away, angled it to the near side, hits at the 42, or excuse me, the 38, and rolls out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Do you know who the second string quarterback is for Shamokin?
I do not.
I saw him warming up here with good old number 4 Logan Steele. We'll find out real soon, though, won't we?
I would imagine so.
I think it's number 8.
Well, that would be Pencil if it was. Can you imagine if your backup quarterback is Pencil with the abilities that he has? And let's see what they do. I don't know.
It's number 9.
It is going to be number 9, which is Barrett Walsh. He's the sophomore, or freshman. 5'8", 140.
Wow.
He just got blown up. Attacking him was Jacob Brzezinski for the sack. I don't even know if you could call that a keeper.
I don't know. Well, I just got an answer from Dave Affelbaum in Florida about the southpaw. It says southpaw is a left-handed person, so a left-footed kicker would be a southpaw. There we go. Thank you, Dave.
The more you know.
Yep.
Shotgun formation once again for Walsh. Walsh will hand it off, going the opposite way. Trying to find some running room over there is, well, there's not much running room there at all. The Braves kind of snuffed that one out.
Turber was the person that finally put him down, but they did a nice job of stringing that out.
Trey Taylor on the carry for Shamokin.
Maybe the defense can get a score here, Kevin.
Well,
we're down to 3 minutes almost in this third quarter.
Got one receiver to the near side. As you said, 3 minutes left, I should say. That's 180 ticks. Back to pass, rolling out to the near side. Looking long down the middle of the field, has a receiver. It's complete down the middle of the field to Rosnuck. And he'll get tackled at the 25-yard line after a huge gain.
How would you like that you bring in your freshman quarterback and he throws the ball 35 yards in the air right to a wide open receiver? I mean, he was wide open.
Wide open. 32 yards on the pass connection. And Shamokin will have another first down and are driving again, leading at 49-0. Wing to the near side. Here's the handoff. Left side, running room there for Taylor for about a half a second. And then it closed up after about a half a yard. Second down and 9.
The Braves defense, shows good signs of stopping the run. I think that when Gink got his 2 touchdowns, I think the defense was tired from being on the field the whole time.
2 receivers to the near side. Shamokin trying to establish second team passing now with Walsh at quarterback. He will hand it off to the man coming across the middle. That's McLean, the freshman.
And that's Turber, ran him down from his linebacker spot for a loss.
So that'll be a loss of 2 to make it 3rd down and 12 with the clock winding, a minute 22 remaining here in this one. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Cole, Stony Hill Tree Farm, Service First Federal Credit Union, and Sunbury Housing Authority.
Are you going up there this year?
The tree farm?
Yeah.
Probably.
You going to get a tree stand too? They've got a million of them.
Well, I've gotten a couple from there, actually. Back to pass. They don't sell those, though. Down the middle of the field, or down the outside, and it is incomplete, well overthrown. The ones that you're talking about are the ones from the World Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
They don't sell those.
No,
those are there for display only.
I guess they got a zillion ornaments too, don't they?
Oh, if you can't find the ornament you're looking for, you're looking for something that doesn't exist.
They didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Shamokin's going to punt. Is this the first punt of the ball game?
No, it is not.
For Shamokin, it isn't for Shamokin.
It'll be the second.
Number 52. It's always nice to see a lineman doing the punting.
Blake Hockenbrock will do the punting.
Blake's probably got a pretty good leg on him too.
He's done the punting for the last couple of years for Shamokin. He'll get it at the 50-yard line, high snap controlled. He will drop it on the foot, try and drop it inside the 20. He gets inside the 10, takes a sideways roll, and they'll down it at the 10-yard line. At the end of 3, it is Shamokin 49, Shikellamy nothing. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
J.J. Powell's Easy Pay makes heating your home simple. Capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery mean you can rest easy knowing you're covered. And here's the best part. Enroll in Easy Pay. Visit jjpowell.com/easypay or call 800-432-0866 to join. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
Wow. Here we go.
Pumpkin chunkin' giant slingshot.
And try not to get lost in the corn maze. My husband always does.
I do?
Back on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and here on WKOK, new quarterback for the Braves. Hand off to the left side, running outside, trying to find some room there is Kiefer. Kiefer will get about 7 yards to the, well, actually they're going to give him 6 yards to the 6-yard line. New quarterback for the Braves this time is
Brady
Kurtz.
Yeah, Brady Kurtz, yep.
Kurtz getting his first touches of the season.
Well, he's a freshman, 148-pound quarterback.
Clock will continue to run here in this fourth quarter of play. Don't forget, you can get score updates from WKOK.com. Click on the scoreboard. We'll run through some of those coming up here in the quarter as well as time permits. Braves under center now. Sends a man in motion. Handoff, left side. Good running room across the 20, the 24-yard line as they went right up the hash mark from left to right as we view things. And that one carried by
44.
Yeah, that's going to be a new carry there for Elias Rojas.
Yeah.
Rojas getting his first carry of the season.
Now this team, they had a JV game after the Milton game, and they did a nice job against Milton. I think they scored several touchdowns.
Well, they're trying to get the Braves offense off of a 7-quarter scoreless streak right now. And that time the quarterback got his feet kind of tripped up, maybe stepped on by the center even.
Could be.
And unfortunately, Kurtz went to the turf.
Got pushed down. Sometimes the center gets pushed back. That's quite a loss.
Yeah, that's going to mark it all the way back to the 21-yard line. Be a loss of 4 now. Actually, a little bit more than 4.
Yeah.
Offset wing to the far side. Backs are split. Again, a little bit of trouble there on the handoff, and end up having to take it himself again is Kurtz.
The way everybody was moving there, I think that was a counter play coming back this way, because he did a reverse pivot, and
there was nobody there.
He came. Well, the whole front of Shamokin's defensive line was there.
That might have been why the only people that were there were in the wrong colored uniforms. That'll bring up 3rd down and long from the 20-yard line. And that'll bring Kurtz to the sidelines. Kurtz, a 5'10", 145 freshman.
Who was the 8th grade team last year, very successful season for them.
Coach Coombe helping out with that.
Coach Vavakis, John Vavakis
I was going to say Vavakis, another one too, yep. Kurtz under center. He'll hand it off. Running room to the left side to the 25-yard line for
23.
That'll be Kiefer, Gavin Kiefer. And it'll bring up a gain of about 5. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 at the 25-yard line where this drive started with 8:30 and winding here in the final stanza.
Now it looks like Brody went on to punt, but it looks like they're going to let is it Fastbinder?
Fastbinder's going to punt, yep.
Yep. Make sure you got 11, guys.
Coming up in the post game, the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. The play that we think changed the complexion of this game, and it happened early in the game to me. That one bounces off the turf. Fastbinder gets it away just under the block of Haupt, and that one might have been tipped by him and rolls around and wobbles its way to the 40-yard line where Shamokin will take over with just under 8 to go and a 49-0 lead. Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Purdy Insurance, Ad One, and Shamokin Dam Health Center.
You would think that they'd start blocking that man. He's been in the backfield all night long. You know, this is a tough time now if you're coaching. The Braves don't have a full team out there yet.
Well, and you're mix and matching. I mean, you've got some second team in there. You got some first team in there, depending on your situation.
There's 11 out there right now.
Yeah, somebody's the count coach, and I could see that count going on. I think it's actually Spencer Meyer, and they had to call a timeout because I think he did not count 11. I think he counted 10. 1, 2, 3, 4,
There's
5,
11
6,
there.
7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right, 10.
So the Braves have to use that timeout.
It doesn't much matter, Kev, you know, in this situation. Unless you got a running clock and you're on the 1-yard line, you can't get the playoff.
That's true. Braves will be up in Williamsport next week. We'll have coverage for you beginning at 6:30. Kickoff on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel will be just before 7 o'clock. Coming up tomorrow on WKOK, the Bucknell Bison will be on the road to VMI. Charlie Fisher will join Doug Birdsong on the road in Virginia, in the mountains of Virginia, down 81. We'll have that for you with a 1 o'clock start time, 1:30 kickoff. And the Pittsburgh Steelers make their debut on WKOK on Sunday, 11 a.m. for the pregame. They'll take on the Falcons coming up at 1.
Are you going to follow them again this year?
The Steelers?
Yeah.
Not till after baseball season's over, because I don't think football is going to be as good till the end of the year. There's the handoff to the right side. And the give that time to Edwards. No, you know darn well I'm going to follow them.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
You know darn well I'll be there. I have to complain as much as possible there if things aren't going well. I think they have a chance. I think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're a division champion, but I think the division is going to be a tough division.
Well, he always takes them to the playoffs.
Well, can Tomlin make it another 500 or better season? That's a good question. He's going to have to do some real good coaching there. There's a nice run off the left side by Schwartz, but then is ripped down by the Braves' number 8. That is going to be Hewitt.
Nice fireman's carry to put him down.
It was a good one, yeah. Gain of 1. Clock winding with 3:30 remaining here in this one. And a 49-0 Shamokin lead. Braves trying to get off the round numbers on the scoreboard, but it has been 7.5 quarters without a score. Walsh now at quarterback for Shamokin, just letting that play clock wind down a little bit so it gets at least under 10. And it's at 10 now. He'll call for the ball. Rolls out to the far side, pressure, rolls around the pressure, steps up, fires it, overthrows his intended receiver on the far side of the field, and that's going to be Kuzmic.
Josiah Vovakis in there came running in untouched, but he didn't gather his feet, and the quarterback got around him.
5:35 remaining here in this one. Hockenbrock ready to boot the ball away. Trying to see who's back deep for the Braves, and actually it looks like it's going to be Will Kigger.
You know, if Shamokin wants to, they can take almost more than a half minute off the clock.
Oh yeah, there's still a good 25 seconds on the play clock yet. Get you some updates from around the region here in just a moment on the WKOK scoreboard. Their last check in the third quarter in Jersey Shore, where it's 42-14. Jersey Shore. Hockenbrock now will kick it to the right side. Taken there at the 15 or the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25, and then racing out of bounds.
Corbin Stahl, number 15.
They did change it around. Stahl did go back there then. Dave.
Nice return by Corbin. You know, he's got a pretty good pick him up and put him down. Good speed.
Lewisburg will now go to 3-0. They lead 42-3 over Bloomsburg. Juniata coming back on Line Mountain 18-14 now. Columbia Montour Votech leading Montrose 44-15. At last check, it was Williamsport 24, Central Mountain 3. That was a score at the half. Danville edging Montoursville late in the third quarter, 16-14.
Boy, that's a surprise, isn't it?
Here's another one. Mifflinburg 34, Mount Carmel 32. Take the over in that one.
I think it was 65.
Was it? I missed the over-under on that one. Braves with the football now, under center. This will be Kurtz once again. He'll hand it off, coming to the near side. Oh. And the running back met and dropped immediately.
Number 17, Xavier Paul with the tackle.
And it looked like on the run it was Regal.
They tried to basically fake the hand up off the middle, give it to your halfback on the opposite side, try to run a sweep, but there was nobody out here blocking for him.
Big night though for these freshmen out there because they're playing Friday night football.
Friday Night Lights.
And I don't care what the score is. That's a good thing when you're seeing freshmen play under Friday Night Lights because they get the opportunity to have that fun, and all that experience is going to come to really benefit this program down the road. Think about how young this team still is. Pump fake, fires it, pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Tipped out of the sky there by, looked like Parker. No, that might not have been. Yeah, that was Parker.
Oh, Brady ran out there, and he's a right-handed passer rolling out to the left, so
tough pass.
And he did stop and square himself up then, but then it got tipped. We got a Brody and a Brady now.
Third down and 12 from the 24-yard line of Shikellamy. 2:35 to go here in this final stanza. Shamokin leading Shikellamy 49-0. Braves on the road next week to Williamsport. They are, as we checked in earlier, leading Central Mountain by a score of 24-3 at the half. That's kind of a backyard rivalry, I guess.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Fires it down the middle and just out of the reach of Chase Swartz, who got a hand on it. But I think that might have been tipped at the line because it kind of floated on him a little bit.
Like he might have released it that way too. But you're right, it had to be down about a foot.
Yeah, it just looked like it hung a little bit high.
We're under 2 minutes now, Kevin.
That'll give us an opportunity to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Shikellamy Braves football. Braves are in a punting situation once again. And that one by Hockham is taken by Fastbinder. He can't get it away. He is just mugged back there. Kind of punts it to the 20-yard line.
I think he threw it.
It was somewhere in the middle. Recovered there by Chesney, and Shamokin will take over at the 20-yard line where you would expect with 1:23 to go. They will just take a knee here and just try and get out of this one without any more issues. You know, we talk about issues. One thing I did not see is I didn't see Zakeem Clinton in this game in the second half after that injury.
No, he wasn't.
And I'm sure, and I don't know if that was, I mean, I really got a feeling that was precautionary because he ran under his own, ran off the field under his own power. But at that point of the game, you really didn't need him in there. You're going to need him for the rest of the year for sure. So Shamokin will be in the shotgun now. That's their primary offense. And it'll be a run up the middle by the quarterback, by Walsh. Walsh will get to the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4, bring up second down, and there'll be one more play. Yes, about a 2-second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so it'll be about one more play to go to wrap this one up. And we'll have the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game coming up for you.
You know, they have the reserves in now. If that were the first team, they would have taken a knee. But, give these kids a chance. Going to get another play here.
No, I agree with you there.
He's under center, so maybe he will go.
This will be the victory formation now, as the quarterback will go under center and Walsh will take a knee, and that will wrap things up. So Shamokin will shut out Shikellamy 49-0 here at Kemp Memorial Stadium. Go to 3-0. The Braves will fall to 0-3 on the season. They'll next be in action on the road at Williamsport. Again, coverage on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel just before 7 o'clock. For our WKOK Sports YouTube crew, Riley McDonald on the camera, Ryan McDonald on our technical director. Why did everybody have to have an R in your family? I don't understand that. I'm Kevin Herr along with the Chief, Dave Ritchie. Thanks for joining us. The post-game show on WKOK coming up next. You can always see a replay of these games when you want on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe.